from compression ignition engines and spark ignition engines equipment, including motor vehicles. The standards and the timeline for implementation are set by the Central Pollution Control Board under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. If we look at history, for two-wheeler industry BS2 norm were made applicable in 2000, then BS3 in 2010. And last major change we witnessed when BS6 was made applicable from April 2020. Currently, BS6 norms are applicable across India. Moving ahead, let's have recap about BS6 norms. BS6 norms are applicable in India since April 2020. Under BS6 regulations, emission limit for exhaust gases like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, nitrogen oxides, etc. has been drastically reduced in comparison with BS6. BS6 norms also mandate OBD system in vehicle. To meet emission regulation, technology in vehicle also need to be upgraded, like we shifted from urethane foam filter to viscous filter. When BS6 was implemented, EVAP technology was made compulsory. To meet BS6 norm, we shift from carburetor to PGMFI technology. Along with emission requirement, Honda keep introducing new technology to improve customer experience. Technology like ACG starter, idle stop system are Honda product specific technology. They are not emission norm requirement. Moving ahead, let's discuss about OBD norms. OBD stands for On-Board Diagnostic. OBD monitor components that can affect emission performance. If a malfunction is detected, the OBD system illuminates a warning light on instrument panel. Purpose of OBD system is to ensure efficient vehicle repair, protect environment and improve functional safety. If we talk about timeline, OBD1 is applicable since April 2020, OBD2A from April 2023 and OBD2B would be applicable from April 2025. Under OBD1 regulation, below 3 parameters need to be monitored. First was electrical circuit continuity for emission-related component. Second, distance traveled since MIL on. And third was electrical disconnection of EVAP purge valve. As few minutes back, we discussed that OBD2A is applicable since April 2023 and OBD2B would be applicable from April 2025. From table shown on screen, we can refer that under OBD2A 5 new parameters has been added along with OBD1 parameters and 3 parameter would be added when OBD2B would be applicable. Now let's discuss each parameter one by one. Starting with first parameter, circuit continuity for emission-related component, it requires circuit continuity check for open circuit, short circuit, and out-of-range values for emission-related components. In PGMFI technology, in our vehicle have DTC, diagnostic trouble code, assigned for each emission-related circuit for easy repair. If any malfunction in emission-related circuit occur, ECM command MIL to reflect DTC. Under this clause, our responsibility are: we should be skilled enough to read DTC. We should diagnose correct root cause of problem. Second parameter is distance traveled since MIL on. It require MIL related information like malfunction occurrence, kilometer covered before rectification, etc. should kept stored in ECM. Under this clause, our responsibility are: customer should be aware about role of MIL. If MIL comes, customer should visit authorized workshop and get vehicle inspected. Moving ahead, next parameter is electrical disconnection of EVAP purge valve. EVAP purge valve along with canister prevent idle emission from heating of fuel tank. EVAP purge valve control amount of fuel purged from canister to intake manifold. OBD1 require monitoring of EVAP purge valve circuit if any malfunction in EVAP purge valve circuit, MIL should reflect ETC. Under this clause our responsibility are: we should understand working mechanism of EVAP system. We should diagnose root cause correctly, if MIL reflect ETC for EVAP purge valve. Moving ahead, next parameter is circuit rationality check. This parameter is added under OBD2 regulation and applicable from April 2023 onwards. Till now under OBD1 regulation, we were checking circuit continuity only. Now under circuit rationality parameter check need to be done, whether input value from a sensor is logical or not at the current engine operating conditions. We can understand circuit rationality parameter more clearly by correlating it with our daily life. Let's consider two situation. Situation A. People with good health and without any stress sitting on a bench. An electronic gadget show his heartbeat is 120. Now the situation seems unlogical, because with good health and in relaxed condition, heartbeat should be around 72. So it indicates signal shown by gadget is not okay. In situation B, same person is in running condition and heartbeat shown by gadget is 120. Second situation seems little bit logical, because in running condition heartbeat usually increase. So possibility is that signal shown by gadget is okay. Such kind of check ECM need to perform for sensors in OBD2 vehicle requirement for circuit rationality check has been fulfilled during manufacturing. Moving ahead, next parameter is misfire detection. Misfire is a phenomenon in which ignition of the air-fuel mixture is missed for several combustion strokes, following which normal combustion is restored. OBD2 system detects misfires by monitoring variations in the speed of the crankshaft through the crankshaft position sensor. Under this clause our responsibility are: we should understand probable cause of misfire. We should diagnose root cause correctly, if MIL reflect ETC for misfire. In OBD2 vehicles, if misfire is happening, MIL in meter panel will show DTC number equal to 133. Next parameter is oxygen sensor deterioration monitoring. Oxygen sensor detects the concentration of oxygen contained in exhaust gas and update to ECM. Oxygen sensor work as a feedback system for PGMFI technology. In OBD2 vehicle, to monitor oxygen sensor ECM on routine basis, change air-fuel mixture and observe the oxygen sensor's output voltage and switching response frequency. Under this clause our responsibility are: we should understand role of oxygen sensor. We should diagnose root cause correctly, if MIL reflect DTC for it. In OBD2 vehicle also, DTC for oxygen sensor would be 21. Moving ahead, next parameter is catalytic converter monitoring. Catalytic converter is an exhaust emission control device that converts toxic gases and pollutants in exhaust gas from an internal combustion engine into less toxic pollutants by catalyzing a redox reaction. Catalytic converter kept fitted in exhaust muffler, catalyst applied on metallic mesh get deteriorate with time. OBD2-B would be applicable from April 2025 and it would require monitoring of catalytic converter consumption. Secondary oxygen sensor would be used for monitoring of catalytic converter efficiency. Next parameter is IUPR data. IUPR stands for In-Use Performance Ratio. IUPR defines minimum acceptable frequencies with which OBD monitors shall run under real-world conditions. In simple, we can say IUPR is ratio of number of successful monitoring by OBD system divided by number of driving cycle. By checking IUPR data, we can ensure robustness of the OBD design and quality control of the product over useful life of vehicle. As per OBD2, A regulation, there is no minimum requirement for OBD system operating rate. As per OBD to be regulation, operating rate for OBD system should be minimum 10%. IUPR data for sold out vehicle will be shared with government authority with joint efforts of HMSI and dealer. Process for it would be: customer with OBD to vehicle visit dealer workshop. Dealer will connect MCS with vehicle. Once we connect MCS with vehicle, IUPR data will get auto-upload on a centralized server. After that, HMSI will extract data from server, compile it, and will share report with authority. IUPR data need to share with authority only for few selected vehicles. Parameter like how much kilometer vehicle has ridden and what is sales volume of family will be considered for vehicle selection. Survey frequency for IUPR data collection of sold out vehicle would be once per year. For IUPR data collection, our responsibility are: we should be skilled enough to use MCS tool, software and process should be available at dealer for data collection. Moving ahead, last parameter under OBD to regulation is emission threshold limit. Under BS6 regulation, there is maximum limit for exhaust gases. In normal condition, emission from vehicle should not exceed that limit. Now moving a step ahead, government has also set maximum limit of emission in case there is some problem in vehicle, and that limit is called emission threshold limit. So OBD emission threshold limit means maximum emission limit which vehicle can cause in case there is some failure in emission related component of vehicle. From table shown on screen, we can refer that threshold limit under OBD to A is little bit higher and it will reduced subsequently under OBD to B. Now let's summarize our learning. Central Pollution Control Board under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is responsible for emission norms in India. BS6 norms are applicable since April 2020. OBD1 norms are applicable since April 2020. OBD1 require monitoring of circuit continuity for emission-related component, EVAP purge valve circuit continuity and distance traveled since MIL on. OBD2 norms will be rolled out in phase manner, that is OBD2A from 2023 and OBD2B from 2025. OBD2 require monitoring of circuit rationality, misfire detection, oxygen sensor deterioration, emission threshold limit and IUPR with no minimum requirement. OBD2B require monitoring of catalytic converter, improved emission threshold limit and IUPR with minimum 10% operating rate. To achieve objective of emission reduction via OBD norms,